Card games on motorcycles.
Card games on motorcycles.
Explain. Explain!
For those of you who are not familiar, what David is referring to is the TV show Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, whereupon a frequent plot point is card games on motorcycles. As you may or may not well know. This is actually somewhat justified in universe, actually.
Which I don't believe. So you better explain really well.
Well, we know from my other video that I am not good at explaining things. In the 5Ds universe, there's this concept of NRD, which is an energy which is created when people play card games. And so, people... Well, it's worth pointing out that it also destroys a large chunk of Domino City, turning it into New Domino City and the satellite, which is basically, well, most of 5Ds is actually more of a class struggle than card games on motorcycles. But there are card games, and they are sometimes done on motorcycles.
We shall use these cars to free the proletariat.
That's actually a pretty good way of putting it to an extent. Like the main character.
Four Kids meets Marxism.
No, I think you might be reading a little too much. What am I saying? You can never read too much into anything.
The start of it starts off with a struggle between the two main characters, Yusei Fudo and Jack Atlas. And it's spoiler alert, by the way. It's explained later on that Jack Atlas also came from the satellite, which is the slums that Yusei lives in. And he breaks out of the satellite by kidnapping one of Yusei's friends, putting him in danger so he can steal Yusei's rarest card, which is the bounty, I suppose you could call it, for entry into New Domino City, where he becomes the king of card games.
How is this related to motorcycles? Motorcycles!
Card games are an energy source, so, I mean, if you have an energy source you can carry around with you in your pocket that can be accessed by other people, it sort of makes sense to strap it to a vehicle. Because, I mean, if you can just make energy by playing card games, then if you play enough card games on motorcycles, then you don't need to buy petrol, and the world's energy crisis is solved.
So, they just do it to fuel the motorcycles?
It's the fact that it looks cool, but if memory serves in store, yeah, that's the basic justification. Card games are a power supply.
It took you 3 minutes of recording to say, card games make energy to fuel motorcycle. Energy crisis gone.
That's basically it, I
So
think.
you have to pick fights with people to save money on petrol at the risk of your soul going to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, that's not a thing anymore.
Oh.
I guess it's kind of end of an era. I think we're in the
Yes, it has definitely improved. Now, with motorcycles...
Motorcycles make everything better. They really do.
Like the bus driver, instead of giving him money, you fight a round of Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster card game.
Oh no, I'd say it's far more likely that all the bus drivers just start at the start of their shifts each day, just play a round of card games with the other bus drivers to fuel up all the buses.
Do you have less energy if you lose?
I don't think so. I think the important thing is that you're going at it with everything you have, so that your soul and energy are clashing together to power your bus, so that you may do your duty of transferring small children from location to location, because that is your chosen destiny.
In other words, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, as long as you have fun!
No, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, as long as you're playing our children's trading card game. Buy your cards today. Any of you fangirls of David out there who like Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm going to edit everything out, but the bit where you said fangirls. Because that's all I care about!
Yeah, you have more fangirls than I do.
You don't have fangirls. You have 0.
I have no fangirls.
We need to solve that. Okay, a petition to get this guy fangirls. Come on, he is an expert duelist, a mathematician, and...
Don't forget physicist.
And physicist, and has white hair.
I'm studying engineering too. And physics.
He'll be rich.
No, I'll probably die penniless like most of the other great physicists.
Shh. The engineering bit is the bit that makes you rich. It's like a doctor with maths.
That is the worst description of engineering I've ever heard.
Is the best description of engineering I have ever made.
That's the only definition of engineering you've ever made.
That you know of.
Well, that's the only one that you've recorded.
That you know of.
What, you just turn your camera on and you're like, oh yeah, engineering definition. blah 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 blah. Yeah. Moving on to the next word on the dictionary of things I like to define by myself at night. Fan fiction. When I found a girl on a source material who love each other very much.
I'm gonna edit most of this out.
Oh.
Like that thing.
What thing?
That thing. See, like that thing too. I really wish that we could just kept that bit in, but it was just too long, wasn't it? Hey, thanks for watching for the video that Hayden was talking about. This is where he explains Homestuck, and this is where Alex discusses superheroes with me in his bed. Yeah, also there's a subscribe button or whatever. Okay, bye.